Good morning, how my beautiful queens and handsome kings doing this morning? How you all doing? Welcome back to the start of a new. Ooh, I feel like these glasses look like. Oh no, my eyes. I'm gonna have to really. I mean, I can actually see through them pretty well. They just look foggy looking. We kind of wipe them down a little bit. Well, let me see something not that good. But I'm gonna get some paper and wipe some tissue and wipe them down. But how you all doing this Sunday morning? I'm actually doing pretty well, pretty great. I was just sitting there, just got through editing a video that'll go live Wednesday, and so I had to delete the footage of the after the video finally uploaded to its full, video. I had to delete some footage, so when I start on this vlog, I'll be able to have much space to film, because like I said, you film it from a phone, especially an old version, it tends to use up a lot of storage. But happy Sunday. I kind of had like this, like kind of be like a somewhat reset for me, mini reset. I didn't really have to do much today, but I did have to mop. You all seen me doing that mopping. I just had to go through the house and kind of mop the floors, disinfect them a little bit. Of course, my bathroom, I had to disinfect the toilet real good. And the face bowl, the sink. Y'all didn't see me clean the sink. Normally the sink get cleaned daily because I usually have to wash my face and of course brush my teeth, and you know I always try to make sure I keep that clean every day, wipe it down. The stove, all that, because I remember I think a couple videos back y'all seen me did like a full deep clean, but today I didn't really have to do that because I try to tidy up stuff as I go along. This particular day, I'm not because I normally like to cook a dinner on Sundays, but yesterday I ended up making salmon and mashed potatoes. I don't know, I was gonna film me doing the process, but yesterday my phone went dead after I, worked on the video. Well, not when I worked on the video. After I got through chatting with you all in that video, so my phone kind of went dead real fast. I know that the battery seemed to go dead real fast. And so I just, like I said, I just made salmon. I baked it, seasoned it with a little salt, lemon pepper. I think I had a little seasoned salt, lightly seasoned on both sides. I put like a little water in the skillet, just to keep it from sticking. And then I had put a little butter, cut some butter on it, and let it, baked in the oven for about, I normally let it bake until I see that it's kind of getting like a little brown, where it don't look like it's raw. But really, salmon don't take long. Fresh salmon really don't take long to cook. I can pretty much tell when it's done for my liking. Like I try to make sure that it's not looking, I don't know how I can describe, but it was good and done. So I think I had one piece left, and of course a lot of mashed potatoes. That's gonna be my dinner for the day. I'm gonna eat the rest of that. Yeah, that's the agenda. I am going to find me a sermon to watch on YouTube when I get through chatting with you all. I'll probably let y'all see, because it is, like I said, it is Sunday morning. It's 11:34 a.m. where I'm at. It feels different to really be off on a Sunday. Y'all know I normally be at work every Sunday, and I usually come in. It'd be almost like 12 noon, 1 almost going on 2 o'clock, which I can still have. I won't be able to go to church after, when I usually have to work those shifts when I have to come in so late, because church usually be over with around 12. But I don't know. I just feel like God. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday. We was texting each other. No, I was talking to a friend on the phone, and then also a friend I text. I always like to check on people that, that I'm close to, and they always reach out to me. Let me put a little lotion on my hand, because I had washed my hands after I got through mopping, and then I took the trash out, and they just seems to be so dry. But yeah, I just feel like, the kind of relationship you have with, your Lord, Savior, Jesus Christ. And me personally, I know sometimes people can shame you for not, being in his house in the presence. But one thing I always was taught, my great-grandmother used to always tell me, may her soul continue to rest in peace, is that it's nothing wrong with going to church, but study the word for yourself. And y'all know I be, majority of the time when y'all see me come on camera, especially if it's like I'm out, because I think I was telling y'all in that video yesterday that just went live. I just uploaded, but you all to see. So won't see that video until Wednesday. It just it's slow. This is a slow week for me. So I had 4 days off, and I'm actually out tomorrow. So I go back Tuesday, Wednesday, then I'll be out Thursday, and then they'll post a new schedule. And so my thing is, well, what type of person you is in your relationship. I know everybody have their own beliefs. I know not too many, people probably believe in, religion, to each his own. And, you believe what you want to believe. But I know God, he have done a lot of things in my life. I have seen him work miracles, not just in my life, but other people that I have known. I just feel like you know when it's best for you to go back. And I just feel like as people, we need to make sure that we find the church home that really feel like home, because nowadays anybody can really preach the word, in the church, and but it's like you have to really make sure and be careful and be mindful of the church that you're going to. And the reason why I say that, because nowadays, you know, I remember back in the day when people have financial hardships or something that they come in that they might experience in life, because we all, you know, go through some in life, or we might experience difficult times. And I remember back then when, you know, they used to always say you pay your tithes and you know, God will bless you with more. And you know, and then I noticed when you try to reach out for help, you know, just, you know, not all the time those people that, you know, maybe the pastor or whatever leadership it is in the church might not always help, you know, their members, but yet still you always, you know, paying your tithes. And it really been waking me up lately, you know. And I'm not saying that I don't never want to go back to church, because I do would like to go back, but lately I feel like I need to kind of disconnect from people for a while and just get more closer and study the word a little bit more on my own and try to get to know God more, you know, myself. Because I don't know, lately it just, people really been showing me, you know, they're, you know, just they true colors, I can say. You know, you just never know. Like I say, I talk about this a lot. You just never know what you might encounter in life. And you know, not most times when you're going through something, I feel like in the season, you know, I just feel like in this season, because like I said, I've been battling with a lot. I just don't overshare a lot, you know, with you all. You know, I just feel like some things I just keep to myself. But the little things that I do want you all to know, I try to, you know, speak on it and be as encouraging as possible. But even with social media, I'm learning that even, you know, on these platforms, you can't even share sometimes testimonies or good things that's happening to you, or even positivity. It's like nowadays people take positivity over, they will prefer you to engage in all these other things that might not be up to you. You know, like I see a lot of videos, for instance, where they might be talking about, you know, oh, you got to hurry up and prepare because there's going to be food. I'm just using this for example, food shortage. And then, you know, just, I notice a lot of them kind of videos are being promoted more. And me personally, I don't really watch those kind of videos. Like I watch sometimes when they, you know, they might share certain videos about how people, you know, might talk about like if they just lost a job or something. Even to that point, it started bothering me mentally, because I don't really want to. It's sad to hear people going through these things and, you know, and taking losses and stuff. So I think because I have a caring heart, when I hear things happening to people and study more things, you know, resources to help them, it just does something to my mental, you know, and I'm just being honest. So I just try to be careful what I watch. But I notice even when you're a small creator like myself, if you posting something that's, you know, you might be dealing with something that's like going through a hardship, but you posted something in a positive way, you don't, your channel don't get as much traction. I don't know what's going on. I just said I'm just, you know, just try my best to keep going, because there have been times when I thought about, should I just take a break from this? And I don't want to really take a break and be gone too long, because I know sometimes when you take, like, be off 2 or 3 months off the platform, you know, maybe your community probably will forget about you. And you know, so I just been trying to just show up as the best way I can. That's all I know. But yeah, I noticed that nowadays, you know, people, it's sad reliving in that era where it's more you can't be positive, you know, as much like you once have, without people just, you know, it's just really sad. But yeah, I just feel like we just have to find what's best for us, you know, that whatever relationship we have with God, and just know that He gonna make a way. I just been looking at it like that, because I'm not here to, you know, I know people, like I said, they tend to judge, you know, people that don't, like I think I was just saying that people tend to judge people that don't go to church. But there's a lot of people out here that, you know, don't probably go to church, but they still, know the relationship they have with their Heavenly Father, And I just feel like in these times, should nobody be down and nobody a judge, because at the end of the day, everybody is out here trying to do the best they can. They're trying to survive and make it, to the best they can. And I feel like we should be coming more together as people and try to help one another, because we see what's going on, and from what it's looking like to me, it seems like things not going to get it's like I pray every day for things to get better, but from what I'm seeing, it's like it's not looking good. I'm gonna say it like that. But I just feel like if we all come together as one and try to be there for one another, study tearing each other down, it'll the world would be a lot better. But it just apparently we don't live in that kind of, it's just sad. But other than that, my morning been great. I ended up I don't know, I had started out drinking I had a big cup of coffee, iced coffee yesterday morning, but I'm like, man, I tried to drink an iced coffee this size this morning, and this cup I had to transfer it to here. I was like, I don't know. I think maybe I ended up y'all saw me also heating a little sausage, biscuit, cheese sandwich up that I had left over in my freezer. They like pre-made sandwiches. I normally used to buy them for my daughter. It'd be like 4 in a box. And so she didn't eat them. There was one left. I said, I'm gonna just heat this up, because yesterday I ate pancakes and scrambled eggs, and I didn't really want I didn't really feel like cutting the stove on this morning, because I think I was telling you all I'm not really a big breakfast person. But when I feel like I'm starting to get lightheaded or dizzy, I think it's time to put something on my stomach. So I ended up, like I said, I still got a little more coffee there, and that little sweet cold foam, it's been really good in the coffee. And I just got some water here. I might need to get me another one of these cups, but like a smaller size, maybe for the iced coffee, and then just use this for water. But I'm gonna see though, because like I said, I bought it for coffee, but sometimes I might not want to drink this big size cup of iced coffee, because that's definitely a lot of caffeine. But like I said, if I do, I might just have to, go half and study filling it all the way, or just do half coffee. But yeah, if I find another, because I know one of my co-workers, a young lady, was telling me they sell them at Five Below, so I probably will look on the app and see. But yeah. But yeah, that's the like I said, I don't have anything planned. I just got up, disinfect a little bit. I think I was watching a YouTube video, but I'm finna find me a sermon. Like I said, I need to get back into listening to the word. Like I don't mind, listening online. Sometimes they be having live streaming on church. So I mean, different churches going live on YouTube. I probably just either find the live stream. If not, I'll just go and try to find a video that I can watch, before I start getting into catching up on a lot of the YouTubers' videos and stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna go and find a sermon. I said sermon. Going to find me a video to watch, and I'll be talking to you all.